eLN Connect is our flagship event to bring people together, to network, to share, and to hear from experts in the field.
I'm a big fan of the eLN. When I first started in e-learning, it was somewhere I found I could learn about some of the techie stuff that went on.
We're the media partners of eLN Connect, and what I'm looking to get from the day is, I think, what a lot of people are going to get from the day, similar to me, which is a lot of really good networking opportunities.
I have been talking about how myself and my team drive commitment and engagement through learning experience design.
It's very easy to say to someone, be a curious learner, but to do that over 66,000 people can be quite complicated.
How we cultivate a culture of curious learners and the role of leaders in that, and understanding that when people feel judged or exposed and they're unsafe, it really shuts down our ability to learn.
Getting people to understand that learning isn't the last thing you think about when there's a significant change, and that learning is part of that massive cultural change, and you have to be at the table early on.
We currently run a lot of our sessions through classroom learning. We know we need to push that and move into e-learning and different types of blended learning.
It can be really challenging to keep very focused on what it is, the change that you're trying to drive or the behaviour that you're hoping to see.
With the clients that we work with, it's really difficult to kind of get them on the kind of journey of understanding what their learners' needs are, what their learners' wants are.
The workplace transfer phase of the learning journey is really, really crucial, and the bit which many organisations that I work with find the most difficult and the most challenging.
It's that bit after they leave us and getting permission to do the work after they leave us and actually implement improvement.
For us, it's how that learning is achieved at huge scale across multiple locations and tens of thousands of learners.
We are really pushing to support development in the flow of work.
How do we bring learning in so people don't actually realise they're doing it? It's becoming part of the way they work, part of the culture.
What I think is really interesting is how non-learning players are now getting into the L&D market. If we talk about learning in the flow of work, why don't we include it within all the technology within work?
We are there to enable people to perform better. We are not about learning, we are about capability improvement.
What's our value proposition if all we're going to be doing is developing content? How do we facilitate? How do we coach? How do we understand? How do we join the conversation rather than kind of creating our own party over there?
A lot of organisations put a bigger emphasis on bettering their technology opposed to kind of bettering the individuals that work for their organisations. But I think for L&D teams, that's a huge opportunity.
I'd like to hope that L&D kind of diverges and becomes its own thing in a lot more companies, rather than kind of getting lost in the admin of HR.
We're seeing big shifts to distributed, decentralised L&D. So the challenges that brings is that more people are involved. The responsibility for learning is spreading out across the organisation. There's challenges there around putting the right technology into people's hands so they can contribute to that learning. But really then making sure that learning culture is of a good quality and having the right and desired impact.
We talked a lot about the gaps and the capability problems that we have, the barriers to making digital transformation of learning work, and even to participating in the digital transformation of our companies. That's exactly what this event is for. It's about being able to take a long, cold, hard look and jolt yourself a little bit so you can go back to your organisation reinvigorated to say, no, I'm going to challenge that fact. Where's the evidence for this? We lack this capability. So it's like a collective exercise in strengthening ourselves to go back and fight the battles that we need to fight.